Yo, how's it going, everyone? It is that time once again. We are back for the Dokkan early stream here on a Sunday morning in the UK. Let's go. How's everybody doing? Dre Springer, Lucky Goat, Mia. Yeah, no, not technical difficulties as such, or more so the technical difficulty of me struggling to get up at 7:30 in the morning. So I had the stream ready, like, click to go live on the starting soon screen, like, at 8 o'clock, but I wasn't, like, I hadn't, like, washed and brushed my hair, hadn't made a cup of tea yet. I struggled to get out of bed. Yo, Christopher, how's it going? First on Twitch, hey, let's go. Massive G, how's it going? Yeah, so Dre said make sure you guys send love to Toon. I saw a brief thing about him as something is wrong with his pupper, right? So I've not actually seen any of like the real. I haven't like watched his video or anything because I was super busy both yesterday and Friday, so I haven't really seen like the full story about what's going on. But yeah, I know his dog is not very well. But yeah, we love Toon over here on the channel, so make sure you do send some love to Toon.
All right, let's do this.
But yes, we are here on this fine Sunday. Gone on watching the Hawks versus Niners game in person. Is that the thing everybody's like kicking off about on Twitter? Everybody's mad about like questionable decisions or something, right? Oh yeah, I need to decide. I need to decide how to get my. I need to decide what to get with the chance balls this time. I think I just got one of each last time. Yeah, McDevlin, how's it going? Hell yeah, we're looking forward to the anniversary. Not sure. I don't want to say what he's going through. Not sure if Toon would like me to say. Well, I mean, if it's anything he's said publicly in a video or on Twitter, then obviously it's okay to say it, like, repeat it back. But yeah, if it's anything that you know that he's said to you that he hasn't said on stream or like a video or something, then yeah. Yeah, Dre, I did see he like posted a tweet about the big C, so I kind of assumed it was that. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that really sucks.
All right, let's do this.
Bills versus Broncos was what sent Twitter into a frenzy. You see my comment in Discord? Oh no. Yeah, oh my god, the 2 is silver. Yeah, the aura is blue. So there you go. UI and SSB confirmed. Level 10 link for Hercule, let's go. Yeah, I saw that, yeah. Yeah, the number 2 is silver, so it must be UI. That's hilarious. What are they going to do when it's like... Because silver is second place. Silver is number 2. So what are those same people going to say when they post the thing tomorrow and it's gold for 1? I'm surprised they're even posting like a thing that's like 2 days till the video. But I guess it is like hype.
All right, let's do this.
I'd be surprised if the countdown tweets are actually giving hints. Legends does that all the time. It could be. A lot of people are being mean to Truth about his team, so... I mean, people... It's because he, like... Unfortunately, he brings it on himself, because he tweets very aggressively about football as well, right? Like, I see him... He's always, like, trash-talking, like... the other team and their like fans and stuff, so kind of becomes a vicious cycle, right? Bills also genuinely suck as a team. It doesn't help Truth at all.
All right, let's do this.
I don't get why Truth is saying it's leading to the end of Z when the game... Wait, is he? Did he said that? When you say leading to the end of Z, isn't the whole point that it's going through all of Z, so it's leading to post Z? Because the last trailer literally ends with like the Spirit Bomb killing Kid Buu, so. Imagine Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Goku exchange versus Kid Buu. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like, because the teaser leads, like I say, if the teaser didn't end with the Spirit Bomb, then I would say that maybe there would be a chance that it could be like Kid Buu. But yeah, the last teaser ends with basically the end of the Buu saga, so it doesn't really make any sense for the teaser to be for the Buu saga. I saw someone post a link. So there's that new site that's like the Dokkan stats. And there's a leaderboard for power level. Is it one of those things like... Oh no, there it is. It just hasn't updated again by a little bit. There you go. I'm rank 277 of everyone on global in terms of highest power level. Well, yeah, it's leading to post Z, exactly. Also, the game being called Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle doesn't mean anything. It's basically because, like... It's because when Dokkan came out, Super didn't exist. Like... Take the trash talk to another level. Yeah, but I mean, that's also just, like, social media / Twitter, like, in general. Toxic wasteland. I mean, literally, let me go back to, like, the timeline of events, Japan, and go back to, like, the very beginning. Well, yeah, I mean, literally, the second anniversary headliners were the GT, like, with the AGL and STR Super Saiyan 4 Goku Vegeta, like... Yeah, Dragon Ball Super, like, didn't exist as a thing, or as, like, a brand when Dokkan came out. Yeah, I really want to try a challenge run that Minato sort of mentioned on the podcast last night. Do a AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku team versus Cell Max. Because AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku has that, like, early turn damage reduction, but also counters Ki Blast super attacks. So I think that could be quite fun. But yeah, I mean, I said, like, you guys have seen the video, I'm sure, but, like, I said from the very first teaser coming out that, like, it leading towards, like, or it pointing towards the end of Z, like, doesn't mean anything. Because it could be literally anything after Z. Like, as soon as that first teaser showed the two arcs, the Saiyan Saga and the Namek Saga, I literally said, I was like, if the next teasers show the Cell Saga and the Buu Saga, then it could be anything post-Z, which includes, like, Battle of Gods, Resurrection of F, Super, GT, Daima. Like, it could be any of those things. Hey, shout out to Bringer for re-upping his channel membership. Monster Squad member for 30 months. Let's go. Do AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku team versus Cell Max. Bring AGL Fraud Vegeta. Wait. Which Vegeta is AGL Fraud Vegeta nowadays? Hopefully you don't mean, like, Namek Scouter Vegeta, because no, I'm not bringing him.
Alright, let's do this.
I mean, to be fair, it's not like it is every single time, but saying that, like, the anniversary is going to be Goku and Vegeta related is like saying that water is going to be wet. Like, it's like we were saying last night on the podcast with Phil, saying that, like, if someone is saying, like, hey guys, you heard it here first, like, the anniversary is going to be Daima, it's like the coldest take of all time. AGL for Vegeta is AGL Vegeta / Goku because Vegeta is terrible. I don't think he's necessarily terrible. I just think he's, like, obviously he's aged slightly with the content. Like, because I mean, even the Goku is obviously not as good as he was when they first came out. Yeah. Because, like, for 3 turns he has guard. He doesn't really have any damage reduction though, does he? Yeah, so that's the problem, is he's not going to be very good against the Cell Max fight because he's not going to be good against AoEs. I feel like that's the main issue.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, you gotta love the double guard. I might skip part 1 of Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku isn't on part 1. I feel like part 1 is Daima. I mean, Daima I think is going to be part of the anniversary. I've been saying this for ages, but I feel like it is just going to be part 1. I feel like the teasers have counted us down to the end of the Buu Saga. Daima takes place after the Buu Saga. Boom. Should have just gave that Vegeta incredible dodge since the other unit has damage reduction. Well, yeah, that's the thing. The Goku has the dodge, right? When you exchange into the AGL Goku, and then he has the dodge, right? Get the second channel link here. Anniversary is Bio Broly, so he can save us from Red Zone Bio Broly. Could be. No, it probably won't be. I mean, I say probably. It definitely won't be, but it would be funny. It's time for a new UI Goku. As much as I'm not like the biggest fan of like the TOP and stuff, like UI Goku is cool. I just hope that if we do get a new UI Goku, I mean it probably won't be because if it is supposed to be what the leak is saying, then obviously Vegeta has his like newest TOP form, but if it is going to be a UI Goku, I hope it's Sign and not the white hair one. Sign is so much cooler. But yeah, I've got the second channel link pinned in the chat now. We'll be playing some more Fallout New Vegas later. Not ready for my glorious King HLUI to get replaced yet. But yeah, I think even the tech Goku, like with his damage reduction, probably isn't super good about Cell Max. Well, just remember that, like, the whole thing with the leaks is, as people have said, and I think Bill mentioned it last night, is they're not, like, fully credible or anything. We don't know that that is actually what's happening. And, like, there is nothing to properly suggest that the person who, like, supposedly made the leak actually does have any idea what they're talking about. Like... Okay, I get 29 stones from the Dragon Ore. Yeah, exactly. I have leaks. It's all the characters you've been guessing, and even if they aren't, at least one was right, meaning my leaks were correct. Yeah. Alright, so what is Goku's leader skill? I can't remember. Martian Buu Saga, Otherworld Warriors, or Accelerated Battle? Oh, Gohan's on there. Daima Goku's on there. I mean, this could be a pretty good, like, pretty easy run if we get the good RNG with the counters and stuff. The extras for Kamehameha time limit, so you won't be on there. You will. I mean, that's the thing. Goku's leader skill is so good that, like, this will probably be really easy. Because, I mean, look at all the characters that are on here. Blue Goku's on here. Gotenks, who we know absolutely smashes Cell Max. Like... I want to try the Vegito and see how much damage he'd actually take. Oh yeah, of course, the only problem is, without the friend system update on Global, I can't, unless, like, no one's going to have Goku set as their friend. Alright guys, you know the drill. I need as many of you as possible to set the Goku friends. And we'll just refresh the friends list by doing a quick... Well, I might as well do a link level run, I guess. I've got enough stamina. I've now got all of my Spirit Bomb Gokus at link level 10, because when they gave the extra, like, 5 copies for 3,000 days or whatever. I didn't need them. So I just kept them all separate and have now link leveled them all.
All right, let's do this.
How about the characters? If we got tag Super Saiyan 4s and TOP tags as a surprise, it'd be received better. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, that's like, for me personally, I don't care about leaks. I like to know what's going on, but yeah, I'm not too bothered about it. After GDC power creep, I'm expecting it to make a lot of units / ECA's dodge. I will say though, with bosses getting like bigger and bigger attack numbers, like I do dislike the fact that basically everything is becoming reliant on dodge. Like, it feels like we're not. There are some units that do, like go hard, but only for the first couple of turns. But like, there's not many units that just straight up tank attacks now. It's largely dodge, but one of the rare people that did like Super. I love TOP. Something different. That's a great moment. I mean, I don't dislike Super overall. Like, Super is fine. There's loads of stuff about Super that I really like. Like, I really like Goku Black and Zamasu. I like the future arc apart from the ending. And yeah, there's definitely some like really cool hype moments in the TOP. I just feel like it dragged, and like a lot of parts of it were really boring. And like I do not care about like any of the other universes. I don't think any of the new universes that they introduced, or any of the new characters, like any of the like Pride Troopers, any of the like Ribrian universe, any of the random universes that were only in like a couple of episodes. Like I don't think any of them are like good or interesting characters. Yeah, and Jiren was like the main antagonist, and I think Jiren is like super boring. GT over Super, but that's not a conversation ready to be had. I don't know about that. I'm not a huge fan of GT either. I'm trying to think. I think like, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Do I think the worst parts of Super are worse than the worst parts of GT? I mean, stuff like the copy Vegeta arc and stuff in Vegeta in Super was lame. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of GT. And Florian, I guess the anniversary introduction video is part of Daima. Yeah, I think it's just they're counting down to the end of the Buu Saga, and then Daima takes place after the Buu Saga, right? Yo, Edward Kenway over on the Twitch side. Haven't played Dokkan in 3 years. Glad to know still on the grind, bro. Hell yeah. I'm on day like 3,443 login is like today. So I've been playing the game for like almost 9.5 years at this point. I'm trying to think if there's any other games that I've played like this long. I mean, I took a break for a while, but something like, I guess, Magic the Gathering, like the actual physical card game, I started playing over 10 years ago, I suppose. but like in terms of just like I know it's a phone game, but like in terms of like a video game, I can't think of any other game that I've played for like 10 years. Finally did the Bio Broly, no item with the superhero team, nice. Yeah, Shadow Dragons, that's exactly the thing that I've said over the years, is Shadow Dragons is a really interesting concept, but executed poorly. Like, I really like the idea of it. Like, the wishes being, like, the Dragon Balls being used too much, and storing up negative energy, and then becoming, like, a bunch of evil dragons. Like, on paper, that idea is super, super cool. But, like, basically all of the dragons themselves, apart from, like, Ice, Nova, and Sin / Omega, are all lame. And, like, it could have been a cool idea depending on how long they wanted to, like, stretch it out. But, like, a lot of those ones, basically, not only were they lame, like, they didn't have cool designs, they didn't have cool, like... And then they were just in, like, one episode. This most recent podcast episode was really fun. I like the laid-back discussion style. It's fun, but it's also tough. Like, we went over time because we ended up, like, rambling and, like, yapping about way off the original topic, which is fun to do, but I'm not sure in terms of, like, structuring a show. It's maybe needs to be a little bit more reined in, but I think it was good. Dokkan is still peak. I just got bored, honestly. I mean, that's fair. All right, so let's have a look. Is anyone seeing the new YouTube feature where you can watch ads alongside the stream? I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't have seen, I've had YouTube Premium for years now, so I don't see ads anyway. Guessing Red Zone Zamasu is not hard anymore. Oh boy, if you saw, Red Zone Zamasu has not been hard for a while, yeah, but if you saw how, like, some of the events are now in comparison to Red Zone Zamasu, like this Cell Max boss that I'm about to do now does 2 AoE supers in one turn, and he also does crits with his super attack. So his super does, like, 10 million damage or something ridiculous. But yeah, the anniversary should technically start on the 28th because yeah, it's always the same date because it's basically like Dokkan's birthday, so it can't be on. It's not some of these other smaller events or mini celebrations like Golden Week and stuff. Sometimes they'll start like a day earlier or later than the year before, but the anniversary is always on the same date because it's the specific, like, the date of the anniversary of Dokkan. I was going to say global then. Fortunately, global does get the anniversary at the same time nowadays, though, so... Yeah, because that's the other thing, I guess, Edward, if you've been gone long and you haven't heard, like, the release schedule of the units is synced now. Not everything in the game is synced. Like, JP just got a friend system update and it doesn't come out on global until Tuesday or Wednesday. But units all come out at the same time. So the anniversary is at the end of January for both versions of the game. And then when the global anniversary would be in July, that's when the worldwide celebration now is. But it's called the Global Dokkan campaign. So... But they're not merged. They're still 2 separate games. So you can't be friends with people who are on JP and stuff. But yeah, it's only the releases of the characters that are synced. So things like maintenances and stuff like that are still different, which people get very mad about. But all right, so let's go and have a look, shall we? Hey guys, Mark Second here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today we are going to be trying out a challenge run that was kind of suggested, almost in a joking way, I guess, by Minato on last night's episode of the Slot 1 Super Podcast. Shout out to Minato and Vilify, of course. We were talking about units, we were talking about power creep, and like how the new meta of the game is seemingly based around like certain units being good in certain events and not necessarily good in others, which is a kind of power creep that is, I think, not necessarily the worst, right? Like, to me, the worst kind of power creep is when you have one or two of like the new toughest events and only one specific team like can beat those events, right? And every other thing in the game has just become completely irrelevant. And one of the things that we mentioned, funnily enough, was about characters with like super attack counters and things like that being good against different bosses. And Minato mentioned our good old friend from Golden Week 2024, the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So this guy has very good defensive capabilities in the early turns and can also counter Ki Blast super attacks. So we're going to try him out against Cell Max. Now, the funny thing is as well, like, his leader skill is actually very good when you think about all the characters that are on it, right? He has Majin Buu Saga, Otherworld Warriors, and Accelerated Battle. But, like, look at all of the characters here that are on his team. And the funny thing is, so many of these characters are good against Cell Max. Gohan's got the crazy defense in the early turns. Daima Goku can counter Ki Blast Supers. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta can counter Ki Blast Supers. So can Gotenks. The Vegito is kind of a wild card that I threw in on here just to see if... I'm actually just curious to see how good he will be against Cell Max, because he's not a unit that necessarily is going to be super good at tanking super attacks, but I guess we'll see. So, okay. The enemy's minus key thing is super annoying as well. I do very much dislike that in this event, but it is what it is, I guess. Do I float? I could float Gogeta for getting ready for the last for him to be on rotation with Daima Goku on the next turn. Just do that. Ki is obviously a pain for this fight because of the Cell Max doing the like enemies minus 6 key thing. It's pretty annoying. But yeah, him supering straight away is really good for Gotenks because it gives him the big damage buff, the defense buff straight away. Zero damage on the counter though, let's go. Alright, 900k. So yeah, Goku is not good for this event then, huh? Just 900k straight off the bat. However, if we go to change our team, I mean, look at all of these units that are on this Goku's leader skill. I mean, I did think about just bringing the blue Goku. We could bring Glorio. We could bring Great Ape Goku. Great Ape Goku obviously will rely on dodge, but he'll be pretty good on this team as well. Yeah, let's see how we go. Not the most ideal starting turn, is it? And strangely enough, yet again, we've got a starting turn with no Super Saiyan 3 Gokus. Okay, so let's do this. Damn. Not the best key. I do really want Gogeta to be able to super, so do that. Gotenks isn't really here for like the damage. Yeah, Goku needs to attack to be slightly better defensively, which is annoying. Gotenks with the dodge, you love to see that. Dodging the super that would have done double-digit damage. And Gogeta with the counter. Yeah, Gohan and Gamma 1, obviously very good, like strong defensive unit, but mine is only 55%. So, as you can see here, they're not exactly, he's not exactly going ham with the damage, but... Although I think he needs to have a superhero rotation, unit on rotation, and he doesn't here. Yeah, because he gets a lot of extra attack and defense if there's a superhero ally on the rotation, which he doesn't have. But yeah, the friend update that's live on JP that will be out on Global in the next couple of days is the introduction, finally, of the thing where you can just copy your own leader. So for challenges like this, I don't have to ask, like, everybody in the chat to set a Super Saiyan 3 Goku, because it will just copy my Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Yeah, so maybe Gohan is not ideal with out having the superhero ally. I just picked him because it's like, oh yeah, Gohan's really good defensively, but not on this setup. In fact, there are no superhero allies on this team, so Nova might be a decent pick, 4-turn guaranteed nullification. I think the problem though is just the rest of, like, he's not going to have a good links. They're probably not going to do any damage. But for 4 turns, he nullifies it straight away. So, I mean, I guess if he's just in slot 3, it could probably be fine. The only problem is, I think anyone else that we put on the team is just going to be heavily relying on dodge. Like, we could use Glorio. Could use Int Fat Boo. Have the old Int Fat Boo dies and then Ghost Usher, like, thing. But yeah, I was going to say Nova on this team, especially because he wouldn't be getting the full leader skill as well, probably dies to normals.
All right, let's do this.
But yeah, I need more Goku friends set, unless this run is just going to be an instant W, which unfortunately, with the fact that Fat Boo's on the turn, that's the only thing. You don't really want Fat Boo on like turn 1, because he's gonna. If he AoEs straight away, then Fat Boo just dies, and we basically waste, like, the first turn. There you go. Goku taking double-digit damage from the normal to start off with. Let's go. And he actually did some damage, which is... I kind of wasn't going to be surprised if he just did 0 damage, but... Wow, he takes double-digit damage if he doesn't counter the super. That's pretty good. But now Fat Boo's just going to die. Because ideally Fat Boo would dodge, but... I'd rather he not just instantly die. Because it means I basically don't get to do any damage in the first turn. But... that's fine. At least Cellmax doesn't heal. So it's not like a complete waste of time. Boom. So yeah, now we're using both the Golden Week characters. Let's go. We'll do this. Diamond Goku 1 key short. Yeah, I'm definitely impressed. Like the fact that even the friend Goku here is like 1 dupe and just takes double-digit damage. They take damage from the super. Okay. So far, I've been pretty unlucky with the fact that AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku is supposed to counter Ki Blast super attacks, and he just isn't doing that apparently. Crit for 0. Let's go. Wow. Absolutely 0 Ki Blast counters from this guy, from either of the Gokus so far. Yeah, the Ki -6 thing doesn't really help either, because if we're missing like the full Ki for Gotenks to get the guaranteed additional and like guaranteed crits and stuff, this Goku obviously is not doing a lot of damage. Wait, is Blue Kaioken Vegito in Xenoverse now? Because I mean, that's the thing is, if something is in Xenoverse and isn't specifically like heroes only, then potentially that thing could come to Dokkan. I've not been keeping up with all the stuff that's been going on in all of the Xenoverse DLCs. Okay. Well, I mean, obviously we're going to do this. I don't really care about Key for the giant ape. We're just using this as a way to get rid of the supers and the AoE, so... Yeah, that super just like, if no one had any defense, it's showing the damage there of the super. The fact that Cellmax is just casually doing like 3.5 million damage to everybody on the rotation. It's like, great. Okay, Kaioken Blue Vegeta is a mod, not actually in the game. Okay. Yeah, Tala, how's it going? Okay. I'm not sure if this Goku, is he still going to be... It's on the second turn. I'm not sure if he's going to be good enough. So maybe it's time to start floating him off like straight away here. Do this as well. I mean, Goku will be in trouble if he doesn't start actually countering these Ki Blast super attacks, because as his damage reduction like starts fully running out, like he's not going to be tanking for double digits anymore. Okay, we'll get the Hercule card that does no damage, but also takes no damage. So yeah, the problem is, I think, with this is that Goku is decent enough early on, but I don't think, like, the team's not doing enough damage overall. I mean, this is a big old active skill turn. Okay, so let's do that. Wait, no, let's use Goku's active skill. That damage, though. Use Gotenks. Although, actually, no, save Gotenks' active skill for a turn where he... No, I need to kill him as quickly as possible, really. I was going to try to save it for a turn where we were actually going to get attacked, because we're going to Ghost Usher here, but... There was a Tala with another crazy bubblegum and mint arrow chocolate truffle. with mashed potatoes with a side portion of beans. Good lord. Or 15 pancakes dry. What are you eating? I mean, I hate mint chocolate as it is anyway, but mint chocolate and like beans at the same time sounds horrendous. Yeah, I don't know, because obviously by the time Fat Boo comes around again, then we just lose. But with the amount of damage that we've done so far, I don't think we can actually beat the event before he comes back around again. At least he's going to get some stacks here, but like it's not going to be enough, obviously, for when he's then going to have to actually eat the AoE from Cellmax. Plus, also, he does, like, no damage at all, so... Right. I mean, this could be a good damage turn at least, but... Although, I think this Goku is probably cooked. He probably needs... I feel like he needs to attack first, otherwise... Because, yeah, the AGL Goku is good, but, like, once you transform into the Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he's not really doing a lot in terms of, like, his damage, or his defense capability. Because at least as the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he could just dodge. And, like, he'll take normals here, I'm sure, but the AoE Super is a different story. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know if the I don't know if the team has the damage, at least with this setup. I mean, what's funny from this is that we can see that like the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku is good for this, at least early on. Annoying that we didn't get the like him to actually counter supers, but. Well, he's going to do both the supers at the end of the turn then, huh? Yeah. Yeah, he just takes like 1,000,000 damage. What would be good is being able to have like Vegito, Tech Vegito, but like the Goku just dies instantly to the super. Is actually where, because he's older, so he'll be further down the list. Is Physical Gohan on here? No, because he came out after the Gammas, right? Physical Gohan is not on Accelerated Battle. Which is kind of weird, because if the Gammas are on Accelerated Battle, and like Gamma 1 was battling against Gohan, then why is Gohan not on Accelerated Battle? Who else would be good? We're getting back into some old territory here. Imagine this God Goku with a super EZA, how good he would be against movie boss enemies again. But yeah, like nobody really this far down the list, even with like the super EZAs, is going to be particularly good against the AoE crit supers. Where was... I could just throw Gamma 2 in there, I guess, but he's not going to have a lot of ki, is the problem. But obviously he has the dodge and everything. Well, they've got no more Goku friends. I need people to set more Goku friends. Oh yeah, don't forget to refresh your Petan, everyone. Almost at 1,200 stones. Nice. Yeah, Vegito Blue doesn't have a battle motion, so... I think considering we got standalone Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta as part of the GDC, I do think we should get like a standalone Vegito Blue sometime soon. But whether or not it will actually happen is the big question. It's crazy having all of those manga cards to just like burn through for rinsing through these Petan fights. I'll just go past it. No, it's there. Got 200 of those. Don't need the small link orbs. You get enough of them, I think. Well, they've only cost 3. Get 34. I don't think I need them, really. And yeah, 187. Yo, Goku King, how's it going? Yeah, I'm at 961 currently, and I just checked with the Dragon Ores that I've gotten from the Pan and the Beerus and Supreme Kai stage. I can get another, like, 27, I think it was. So, by the time the anniversary starts... Well, plus remember, we've got the Red Zone and Blue Zone stone reset thing happening in like a couple of days as well, so all right, so LR, I'm going to make an LR tier list today. We're going to do the same thing I did on the stream on Friday and start putting it together here on the stream. Get your guys' input as we try and make it. I also don't know whether... Wait, Tala, did you say you've set your... You said you set it. Who was your leader before? I guess there's a possibility I used it, but... But that's annoying. Alright, let me find my last... When did I last make the tier list for LRs? When Future Gohan came out. Future Gohan's the last one that came out, right? That's the only problem, I think. Well, I guess we've got the Gohan and Piccolo EZAs now. Because, yeah, who's the most recently released EZA? It's Future Gohan and Trunks. The most recently released LR. Like, it is Future Gohan and Trunks, right? Take it easy, Lucky Goat. Missions will not reset. Yeah, so if you haven't done a specific red zone mission, it will still be available. But yeah, I've got no Goku friends available. Stupid friend system update not being available on global. Just think, if the friend system update was available on global, I could just do this with a rainbow friend Goku, like, repeatedly. Set in LR Future Gohan, in Future Gohan LR. Oh, okay, I definitely haven't used that today then. I was going to say, because if it was somebody else, I might have used them, like, before, by accident, but... Couldn't imagine shafting my anniversary luck by not liking the stream. True.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah, the 11th anniversary, definitely excited. Whatever it's going to be, I'm sure at least one part of it is going to be Daima. Hopefully, I mean, I'm worried because of how the mini one turned out, but I'm super excited for the finally getting Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Okay, there's a part 2 fan meeting thing in on the 8th February, for the part 2 like reveals and stuff. The friend system doesn't bother me so much because the number of times I don't find a good friend is rare to me. I mean, that's lucky. I guess it just depends like how much you play it and like what you do. Because obviously we do a lot of like weird challenge runs or like randomizer teams and stuff. And so yeah, like sometimes you just don't find the character that you need. Beastless Gohan EZA. It's broken. Yeah, I honestly think Gohan's EZA is better than Piccolo. We got so off topic. That's the thing I forgot as well. We got so off topic last night when we started chatting about random stuff that we literally didn't even talk about like Piccolo and Gohan's EZA and like how good we think they are now and whether they're like the fact that Gohan I think is probably better than Piccolo for the most part. Alright, so I need to add... Oh no, Gohan and Piccolo are there now. No, I might have to add Gohan and Piccolo into the tier list thing. Yeah. Move that over there. Right, so the chats are over there. And the tier maker thing is here. I don't see much talk about the friend system. I forgot who mentioned it, but someone highlighted a comment saying this friend system fix was lazy. I mean, I guess I can see when they say lazy, like obviously the idea would be to try and make it so that it's easier for more, like that people have said things in the past of like having multiple units set as your friend, or like the fact that like we know that people can have characters set but then you can't find them, like people who aren't on your friends list, for example, like the guest friends. Like if I filter for like a rare unit like this Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, right? If someone has him set as their friend leader but they're not my friend, searching for him specifically, they should come up as a guest because it's somebody in the game that has that unit set that I'm specifically searching for. But it doesn't. And so like fixing the system so that it would be better for that is something that I think would be good, but where's the anniversary ECAs fit the theme of the anniversary? Could see 11th anniversary focus on moments that are related to the 8th anniversary ECAs, like TOP, Ultra Instinct. Wait, how is the TOP Ultra Instinct related to the 8th anniversary? Because the 8th anniversary LRs, like the headliners that are going to EZA, are like the Boo duo and the GT duo. And the theme of their thing was Power of Wishes. So UI Goku doesn't like fit into that at all. Right, so who else? I've got to drag these guys onto the list so we can start moving them around. So we got Kojia, Omega. Where's Gohan and Piccolo gone? I literally just saw them. There. Where's Future Gohan? Future Gohan. Gohan, Goten and Trunks. Frieza. Rose. Where's Rose? There. As if we even think that like Piccolo and Gohan are in the top 10. Yeah. Which of the 8-year EZAs are you excited for? Carnival's included, and which of the 3rd-year Super EZAs are you excited for, assuming they actually Super EZA? I don't think they will, but probably the Vegito, just because Vegito was always better than Gogeta, like getting the counters and stuff. Alright. Alright, so we put Gamma 2 on the team instead of the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Just because, like I say, once he becomes Super Saiyan 4 Goku, he doesn't really do anything particularly helpful for the team. I mean, well, I say that. He's being helpful for the team, giving the extra defense and damage reduction and like all that, but his own defensive capability is not particularly good. But yeah, the problem with the combination of some of the characters that we have on this team is the fact that we don't have the best links. So the fact that because Cell Max does the huge key minus thing, which is super annoying. Three normal attacks, let's go. Oh, and here comes the AoE. I can't believe how bad our luck has been on these runs with the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku actually not countering the super attack like a single time. Also, it's funny that Gamma 2 just dodged it instead of negating it, but either way. Either way, we take 0 damage, which is what we want. Yeah, both Goku's basically doing no damage here at all. They'll just catch you using Int Fat Boo. Yeah, the cheat code. Although not, obviously, if he does, like, gets instantly killed here, but... Hey, finally. It's going to do 0 damage. Let's go. Oh, and Gamma 2 didn't dodge. Nice. Bruh. Alright, well, we're not having much luck with that. Fat Boo is the Dark Lord of the game. It's true. Either really easy or death in one shot, no in between with Cell Max. Yeah. Yeah, that was your Goku, Tala. I see that both LR Dokkan Fest are Goku from Namek and from TOP when they use Spirit Bomb. Where? Well, that's the thing. The 8th anniversary, the anniversary LRs are just going to EZA with every upcoming anniversary, regardless of the theme, right? So, like, last year the theme was just, well, the overall theme was basically like all of Dragon Ball. so they didn't even have to necessarily fit into a theme. But that's just the thing they do now with the anniversaries, right? So the 8th anniversary LRs were always just going to EZA in this upcoming anniversary, regardless of what the theme is. Right, let's take a look at this tier list, shall we? Of course, it's going to not get the right one. To create a top 10, yeah, there we go. Oh, it's not even on the right. It's not even on the right thing. Where's the tier maker thing? There we go. Okay, so Superhero was fun and Tamagami. Man, the Tamagami fights I very much do not enjoy. Yeah, I think I've changed my mind about like Goma being number 1. LR and Eraza number 1 by default. So when I did it last time, I think I did this and then this. But my question for this time around is, when are we going to use this guy? Where are we going to put this guy? Yeah, In Future Gohan is really good and is super fun. Omega and his team are just crazy. Gogeta, I said the same thing last time, where like I think Gogeta is better in terms of his individual performance, but Omega is such a great leader for the team, supports the team. The action break is really helpful, like, and obviously he's really, really good against Bio Broly. So I put them on the same color tier, even though like Gogeta's obviously doing more damage. But especially now that we have the different bosses as well. Like Gogeta is better against Cell Max probably because of the AoE, because it's a Ki Blast super. Omega's better against Bio Broly because he could just counter the unarmed super. So I think these guys are on like fairly fairly even footing. It just depends on the fight. It's better than the Int Hybrids trio. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like now with some of the events that we have, Gohan's not even tanking the best on turn 1. So do we think that in Future Gohan and Trunks, are they better than this Gohan? Honestly, I feel like in some of the harder fights now as well, this guy's not the best. Good in the Gammas phase, but like Bio Broly, even after the revive, like the other Gohan, like the one that stays as Future Gohan, is not particularly like tanky. Every trio has a restriction as well. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, exactly. You normally just use the Gohan and then switch, but that can be awkward for that. Kind of restricts him for like team building and stuff as well, a little bit. Because yeah, I had like Frieza there, then I had Rose, and then I guess I could have Piccolo. The thing is Piccolo better than the 7-year EZAs? Because like turn 1 against a really hard hitting boss, they're probably going to be better than him in terms of their like defense and stuff, right? But then after the first turn, you can then just use his active skill basically straight away. Yeah, I put these guys at like the same color tier when I did the last one because I feel like there are times when Frieza can be super good and like the Gogeta part can be super good, and times where they let you down. And then I kind of feel the same way about the Gohan. Like I think I think I said this in the last video, but the Goten and Trunks part of the Gohan, Goten and Trunks I think is better than both parts of Frieza and Gogeta. But both Frieza and Gogeta both have their situations where they're better than Gohan. So that kind of puts them at like the same level. Is Piccolo better than them on turn 1? I suppose he has 70. Yeah, he has 70% damage reduction and guard, and they have 77% damage reduction and guard. So in theory, they are better by 7%. Although, of course, if he gets hit in slot 2 or 3, he then gives everybody some extra support, which is arguably more helpful. Give Rose the pink tier. That makes sense for him. There's not enough colours. I don't want to use another one that looks too much like the other green one. It doesn't have the turn 3 weakness they have. Yeah, I can see that. Put them in the honorable mentions thing at the bottom. Rose over Frieza. The problem is, I still think that Frieza and Gohan and Goten and Trunks are at like a fairly similar level. But I think Gohan, Goten, and Trunks are better than Rose. So it doesn't make sense to like put him in the middle, because I think he's better than him, but they're about the same. So I kind of have to do it like that. Yeah, 7 years can get cooked on the second turn, even with a few stacks. And that's the thing, you don't really want to like bench them and then they come back and then you have to transform and then they're only hitting. Like, no one wants to see transformed gods and transformed Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta hitting like 17 million attack stats or whatever. Like, the whole point is to get them stacked up a little bit and then have them hitting like an absolute freight train. Ideally. I don't have Gohan go to the trunk, so I can't say on that, but I can say my Rose has sold me way less than Frieza and Gogeta. Put AGL UI Goku at number 1 just for Bringer. If you bench them, you don't take advantage of their first turn of solid defense. I mean, you still do, depending on the event, right? Especially with bosses that have AoEs and stuff. You're still taking advantage of the fact that they're going to tank really well against any attacks that get thrown at them on turn 1. Especially if the boss builds up, like Bio Broly, they'll still be able to tank him really well in slot 3. I really like Rose. Maybe I should put like... I mean, I could do this and then just make them all the same color tier, I guess. Just make all of them the same color. Oh. So like that. Yeah, the Gogeta side of Frieza is awesome. Would you say AGL UI could be an honorable mention? Yes, 100% dodge, then revive, then 100% dodge again. That's if you can get it, though. That's the problem. Because if you go into the next turn with him without the HP restriction, then he doesn't have the revive available. And then he can just fumble. Yeah, Frieza's very, very good on Omega's team. Rose is kind of like a go-to for Omega's team as well. But the problem is, Rose, not long after the GDC, Rose, I think, was probably in the worst spot in terms of defensive capability for the GDC characters. And obviously events have only gotten harder since then. Like, if Rose had the same thing as, like, physical Rose, where he had the Ki Blast counter, I think he would potentially be higher. Hey, Dark FE, how's it going? Yeah, AGL UI Goku is definitely one of the, like, best aging units. The fact that he's just still usable in short content even now is crazy. Yeah, hey, good works for EZAs and stuff. I mean, I guess he could be like an honorable mention just to say like he's super gonna be like a long-lasting unit, but he's not. I don't know. It's just weird to put on a tier list because I guess, but honorable mention doesn't necessarily mean could be number 11. Like, it doesn't have to mean that, right? AGL UI Goku Super EZA for the 11th anniversary. Strongest in the 100% fraud department. Man, you know who's the EZA I'm like really, really looking forward to? STR Dragon Fist Goku. The Super Saiyan 3 one. He was so good when he came out. But yeah, Vegeta and Trunks aren't particularly good. There's some scenarios where they can be okay, but not in this like scenario and in this setup. Is AGL UI even on the list of characters that are like available to put on here? Oh yeah, there you go. We'll throw him on there just because he's. I'll say in the video that chat wanted me to mention him because he's one of the best aging units of all time, but. All right, I think I would say I'm pretty happy with this overall. Although I don't know actually, because now that I think about it, like, should Orange Piccolo be higher? This OST is horrible. So yeah, I think I'm happy with this. Yeah, I'd probably put Omega higher, but at the same time, I don't know who I'd bring down. Yeah, because I mean, I've got him in the same color as Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, so I think that they're kind of equal. Especially now with the new difficult bosses and like, you know, Gogeta's really good against Cell Max because the Ki Blast. Omega's really good against Bio Broly because the unarmed super. Like they're both in a position at the moment where they're like really good in the meta, but for different events. But yeah, that's the thing, because like, do I like Piccolo more than Tech Frieza? I feel like I kind of do a little bit. Especially with like the giant form and stuff, because like Frieza has a team protection ability as well with the target ability, but if the boss can stun or seal, then he does protect the team by having all the attacks focused onto him, but then he doesn't do anything, like he doesn't do any damage. Because ideally you want him to use the active skill, get hit a bunch of times, and then hit like a truck, which he won't do sometimes. The problem is, though, like I said, with grouping with like the same color tiers and stuff, I've put these three together, like the Gohan, Rose, and Frieza. But even if I did this, like, I don't think that Piccolo is better than... Well, is Piccolo better than Rose? I could probably see situations where maybe he is. I'm not sure. I'm not so much thinking about their teams overall, but like how well they help out the team, I guess, is still like a factor. But yeah, I guess it depends, because like there are situations where Frieza is super, super good. And obviously the Gogeta part of the card can be super good as well. Yeah. Yeah, I think the more I sort of think about it, like as good as Piccolo is, I can see arguments for why everyone that's above him here should be above him here. Even the 7, 8, 9 slots, right? I can see why they should be above. Yeah, I think overall I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, the orange Piccolo heal's super useful, but like I've not gotten it a single time. In all the times that I've used him, I've not gotten it because it's annoying that the HP restriction is so low. Yeah, to be fair, maybe I should just put Piccolo in the same color as well, and then just say, like, I can see some situations where he's better than Frieza. I can see some situations where he's better than Rose, but also like vice versa, right? That's the point of having the same color tiers, is the fact that I feel like you could make arguments for them being swapped around a little bit. But yeah, both the LR Gohans are super good. And obviously the whole point with like this in Gohan is the fact that you then change into Goten and Trunks and do like 100 million attack stats and dodge everything. So... yeah, the orange Piccolo heal is rare. And if you get it, then it's good, and it obviously gives him the extra damage reduction and everything. But yeah, literally, I've not gotten it a single time since his EZA came out. Do I have a good youth team build to do for the Gammas, like at the end here? Yeah, and in LR Gohan is still perfectly fine defensively. Which Piccolo here isn't that rare in the new stages. I find it's difficult to get because it's like 30% HP is so low. And a lot of these bosses, they're either just killing you or they're doing like 50k or like double digits. So you just don't get the thing. You don't get to like the low enough threshold. Is at least the experience that I've been having with it. Yeah, most of the game gets cooked by Bio Broly. That is also true. Okay. All right, so I think I'm happy with the list. I'm just going to move the... Let's get the chat windows back over here. Obviously, the hybrid in Gohan isn't that good for me. I prefer Rose, Frieza. Well, that's why I think now we've put them all over the... put them all in the same color tier at the bottom of that list now. So now they're all kind of on a similar footing.
All right, let's do this.
Why is STR Goku Black so low? He's still really good. It's just that everybody else above is better than him. Oh god, this is a terrible starting turn. I do love my none of my slot 1 units are on the first turn starting rotations. They're always fun. Yes, I'm just dead now. HL Gohan and Gamma 1. They can fit well into the Hybrid Saiyans team if you've got another superhero character. But that's the thing, I say this with the tier list as well every time I make a tier list, right? Even if a character's at number 10, they're still in the top 10. So that still means they're really, really good. But yeah, like, Rosé is at 8, but he's also in the same colour tier as the Gohan, Goten and Trunks, Frieza and Piccolo. So if you wanted to put him at 7, that's fine. But yeah, the problem is, like, defensively, that Rosé, he's just not as good anymore. Like, yeah, Gohan ate that. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, right, by the end of the GDC and the events that started to come out after that, Rosé was already on shaky ground defensively, and now that events are much harder, like, he doesn't have... If he had some sort of counter or nullification for, like, a specific type of super attack, he would probably be in a better spot in the meta, because there'd be at least one of the bosses that he would be really good against because of their counter. Yeah, exactly. And like the gods and the Super Saiyan 4s are in like the honorable mentions. They'd be like 11 and 12. That doesn't mean they're not good because they're not in the top 10 now. I really don't want to use his active skill this early because he needs to guard later. Yeah, there's a lot of characters that are good in the game that you come into this event and they get instantly slot 1 supered by Gamma 2 and they just die. Do people ever get upset with your tier list? I mean, I have people commenting saying like that they don't get why units are in certain places or whatever, even though I try my best to explain it in the video, but... Yeah, they release Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, then almost all the fights have unarmed or other type super attacks. So he can't actually counter them, which is really annoying. Oh yeah, I forgot we got bomb orbs in this. But yeah, the free-to-play Goten and Icarus are actually really good. Yeah, bro super attacks his slot 1 every time, doesn't he? That's unfortunate. There you go. There's that Int Gohan tanking for double-digit damage against Gamma 1. Double check how much damage Gamma 1 actually does. So yeah, Gamma 1's super attack does 4.5 million damage. Troy seems to get people upset with his. Yeah, people always just like to disagree anyway. With him especially. Yeah, that's the problem, is people, people skip to the end just to see the list of like 1 to 10 and then comment and say, I don't understand why you put this guy at this number. And it's like, well, if you watched the video instead of skipping to the end, like, I explain why in the video. Like, no, that's not what I meant to do. I constantly get confused sometimes. Well, I say sometimes. I say constantly and then sometimes. I get confused between when the character... I wanted to exchange them, not use their active skill.
Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle! Alright, let's get this started!
Yeah, that's the thing. Well, if you read his passive, like, Gohan has to pick up a rainbow orb and then he gets 58% damage reduction. If you don't pick up a rainbow orb, he doesn't get damage reduction, so then he won't tank. Alright, that's what we want to do. Then we want to do this. Yeah, streaming Fallout later today. Be like 5 hours from now. I'll be live on the second channel. I'm going to have to pick up bomb orbs, which is annoying. But I guess that means I can also heal with Gohan's active skill, I suppose. Although, do I even need to? Because... I mean, Pan dies if she gets hit anyway, so she has to dodge. So it's not like I really need to heal. Yeah, some fights are just dumb, true. We all hate the bomb mechanic, yes. The bomb mechanic is terrible and should not be a thing. The only thing is Gohan hasn't been hit at all yet, so he doesn't have any of his passive active. I don't know which one I hate more, bomb mechanic or locking, because locking is annoying, but the bomb mechanic can make it so that you literally just can't, like, I've had a turn where you can't pick up any same type orbs and you have to get bomb orbs. So then it puts you, yeah, to like 1 HP. So then you just instantly die because annoyingly with this game, even if your characters have 100% damage reduction, you can never take 0 damage. Like you will always still take double digits. And so then you die, which isn't particularly fun. I should probably just keep Gohan on rotation, really. I mean, that's the thing, but you're seeing Gohan, like, tanking. You're literally seeing it happen right in front of you. Which is what happens when you use him correctly. Can't wait for the 11th anniversary to change the top 10 completely. Well, yeah, because I mean, I would imagine all 4 of the LRs from the anniversary will probably be in the new top 10, right? So That's going to be interesting to see how that pans out. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. Right, so Gohan, he doesn't have his guard now, does he? Oh, and now he can't guard because I didn't pick up enough, I haven't lost enough health. I have a horrible feeling he's just going to die now. I guess it depends where they super, to be honest. Stupid bombs. You're implying I don't know how to... I mean, you did just ask why rainbow orbs was it mattered when it comes to Gohan, and that is, like, the main part of his passive, that he needs to pick up a rainbow orb in order to be able to tank. Nice. As long as they super attack Gohan and Goten and Trunks, then we'll be fine. If they super attack Gohan here, then we probably die. Oh, hell yeah. Gohan just dodging everything. Let's go. Now we just need Goten and Icarus to come in clutch with their dodging, and we should be all good here. 24 mil. I mean, for a free-to-play EZA, I do really like this Goten and Icarus. Double-digit damage from normals. Let's go. They're probably going to get... I was going to say, they need to dodge the super, though. And they did. Yeah, Goten and Trunks have a lot of dodge as well. Oof, honestly, I'd rather Pan just not super. Unable to attack due to fear. Yeah, Goten and Trunks are one of the few units that I feel like they basically never, like, fraud out for me. Yeah, Gohan doing some good damage. Oh, and then he ate the super from the Gammas. How much is he going to take from this? 103 damage. Let's go. Alright, Gohan. Actually, with 3 youth allies on the team, can they just have a 100% chance to dodge all the time? I can't remember exactly how many it is, but potentially, yes. Oh, what a turn this is. Wait, I haven't used his active skill, have I? So if I do that... There we go. Can't get any same type orbs though. Oh yeah, is it this turn? Because it's like turn 3 they get the big boost, isn't it? Yeah, the Goten and Trunks part of this card is just so good. Right. Nice. Tank the normal for double digits as well. 105 million from AGL, Goten and Trunks. Look at that. Getting the dodges as well. You love to see it. AGL, Goten and Trunks just dodging every single attack as well. They're so good. Alright. So this should be GG this turn. There's only one attack in slot 1. You watch, this will be the time Goten and Trunks don't dodge. But they did. So... because yeah, Gohan only has extra defensive capability on turn 1. So on turn 1, you have Gohan out. You make sure you get a Rainbow Orb. And then he tanks, and then on turn 3 you exchange into Goten and Trunks, and then from the rest of the fight Goten and Trunks dodge everything and do tons of damage, and then you win. With no items, with a free-to-play unit on the team as well. With that Goten and Icarus. The fact that they actually tanked a normal for double-digit damage as well from the Gammas is pretty good. They tanked 2 normals for double digits and then dodged the super as the 3rd attack, which is exactly what we'd want them to do. So, all right, well, there you go. So that we're going to wrap up the stream there. Went over a little bit, but it wanted to get this run finished just to show this team can get it done. Also, bear in mind the fact that my Gohan, Goten, and Trunks are 55%. Like I only have 1 copy of them, and yeah, so they are super good. All right, well there we go. So that's going to be it for the stream. Make sure you guys check out the second channel. The link is pinned in the chat. I'll be playing some more Fallout New Vegas in just under 5 hours over on the second channel. And yeah, will be the schedule for next week will be up later on. So hopefully I will see you guys around. Obviously the tier list, I'll have another look at it, see if I do want to make any like minor tweaks or anything, but that video will go up later today as well. So keep an eye out, see how the list ended up changing. Make sure you drop by and let me know what you think about the tier list and the placements, especially if you were at the stream today. So you can comment on the fact that you were here and what you think about how the list turned out. But yeah, so that's going to be it from me. I appreciate you all coming out. Like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.